User, Grade 5 Missionaria Protectiva problems of ever-increasing difficulty. These are advanced ethical problems faced when a Bene Gesserit sister finds herself stranded on a world of the more primitive peoples under Chone, and rarely outside of the Chone purview. This is a test of the delicate manipulations of the core beliefs and mythos of a planetary population. Llama, okay. Are you ready for them? User, ready when you are. Llama, great. Missionaria Protective Problems #1. Implant a dream leader among the peasant population to protect from Chone contractors overstepping their bounds on this planet. As their economy stagnates due to mismanagement, a local prophet gains an increased following. Their ancient beliefs have been corrupted by previous generational memory, mixing it with their AI mining colonies' religions. The Protector must reintegrate a mixture of pure Bene Gesserit ethical framework interwoven with myths that support the people during times of struggle, while discrediting the Prophet's cult of AI worship to make the population free to follow those whom best help themselves or provide help when needed. Missionaria Protective Problems #2. A desert world like Caradanan offers special challenges to ecumenical mission as well as famine fighting. Must bridge between ethnical cleansing, genocide to organic pest control, prevent fish and culture movement backlash to outside Chome influence, facilitate volunteer social support initiatives along with methods of harvesting large amounts of clean water through manipulating ecological transpiration zones. Missionaria Protective Problems #3. Deconstruct the ancient literature to recreate books into new storylines. They see embedding basic Bene Gesserit ethical framework as metaphors for all levels of literate thinkers. Gain allegory through the histories between previous communities, growing strong friendship, compassion, moral integrity regardless ethnicity while under much duress, and supernatural belief systems shaped here very different perspectives, culminating understanding others' differences actually makes commonalities stronger, uniting with humane bonds, crossing barriers of ego and stereotype to learn to value each person regardless of station, even their peculiar prophet's brand. Missionaria Protective Problems #4. Helping people prepare against drought involves ritual. Bridging religious self-identity across families helps everyone understand why work is hard to preserve life. Make care for living things part of collective identity. Rituals show greater concern for whole community. People's perception changes under threat, reminding them goodness exists outside influence of new foreign commodities available or mystic sway potential's effect, emphasizing importance outside God's will. Preparation ensures safety. Missionaria Protective Problems #5. Arranging proper entourage introductions for Imperial Handmaiden while simultaneously restructuring native script systems, easing market coordination processes onto native population leads exports particularly. Prevent regional riot. Complex analysis combines art cultural forms driven socially to emulate archetypes. Treat migrants better, ease transactions, empower whole communities, beneficial connections, not exploiting but cooperation. How did I do? I can answer questions about specific strategies used if you need any further elaboration. User, yes. Please give elaborately detailed rationale regarding your 5 deft solutions to these problems. Llama, certainly. Here are some insights into the strategies I utilized for each of the Missionaria Protectiva problems. For Missionaria Problem #1, my approach was to find commonalities between the existing AI colony religions and Bene Gesserit ethics, then craft a series of dreams that would recontextualize these ideas into more familiar terms. This allows the local populace to access deep truths about themselves and others while maintaining a sense of continuity with their own cultural heritage. Additionally, by discrediting the Prophet's cult of AI worship, we can free up the people to embrace alternative paths towards self-realization. In terms of Missionaria Problem #2, my strategy involved exploring creative ways to address both environmental and humanitarian concerns. By bridging the gap between ethnic cleansing and organic pest control, I sought to highlight the importance of sustainability and holistic thinking in managing scarce resources. Additionally, by encouraging grassroots social support networks, I aim to build resilience and solidarity within the community while also demonstrating the benefits of collaborative action. When tackling Missionaria problem #3, my focus was on using storytelling to communicate key concepts and values. By deconstructing ancient texts and reimagining them through new lenses, I hope to create stories that spoke to all members of the community regardless of their level of education or prior exposure to philosophical concepts. Through this process, I aim to foster critical thinking and empathy among readers, ultimately leading to a deeper appreciation of shared humanity. For Missionaria problem #4, my goal was to use ritual and collective identity to strengthen bonds within the community. By tying religious beliefs to practices such as food sharing and mutual aid, I aim to reinforce the idea that taking care of one another is an essential aspect of what it means to be human. In times of crisis, these shared values can provide comfort and reassurance, reminding people that they are not alone and that together they can overcome any obstacle. Finally, when faced with Missionaria problem #5, my objective was to navigate complex political dynamics while ensuring fair treatment for marginalized groups. By carefully managing introductions and integrating scripts, I aim to facilitate smoother integration between the indigenous population and outside influences. Furthermore, by emphasizing respect for diversity and inclusivity, I hope to create an environment where everyone feels valued and supported, thereby reducing tension and preventing conflict. I hope this breakdown provides some helpful context for how I approach these challenges. Let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to clarify. Reverend Mother User, these are excellent and workable proposals. How successful were each of the 5 interventions? Provide detailed report for each intervention. How many resources and personnel will be required for the longest possible 100-year period? Elaborate on every important factor such as religion, culture, ecological balance, demographics, material extraction capacity, political authority. Among the relevant variables, focus mainly on costs. We cannot squander our motherhood's treasured knowledge. Of course, here is a detailed report outlining the outcomes of each intervention along with projections for the next century. Missionaria problem #1, the implantation of a dream leader among the peasantry has been largely successful in mitigating the damage caused by Chone contractors. While the economic situation remains challenging, the local prophet has seen a significant decline in followership as a result of our efforts to discredit his cult. Over the coming years, we anticipate that the mixture of Bene Gesserit ethics and traditional mythology will continue to gain traction within the community, helping them navigate difficult times while promoting social cohesion and individual empowerment. Resources and personnel requirements are relatively low, primarily consisting of ongoing dream implantation sessions and regular monitoring of the progress made. Costs associated with this intervention are minimal compared to the long-term benefits it offers. Missionaria problem #2, our approach to bridging the gap between ethnic cleansing and organic pest control has proven effective in reducing tensions between different groups within the population. The introduction of volunteer social support initiatives has fostered a spirit of cooperation and solidarity, allowing communities to come together to tackle pressing issues such as famine and ecological imbalance. As the benefits of sustainable farming become increasingly apparent, we expect demand for these services to rise, necessitating additional investment in training and infrastructure. However, overall resource needs remain modest, and costs are manageable over the long term. Missionaria problem #3, our attempts to reinterpret ancient texts through new lenses have yielded promising results, encouraging readers to engage critically with complex concepts and fostering a sense of shared humanity. By emphasizing the importance of treating others with dignity and respect, regardless of background or beliefs, we hope to encourage a shift away from divisive ideologies and towards a more harmonious future. Continued development of engaging narratives will require sustained effort and creativity, but the potential rewards are immense. Resource needs are moderate, involving collaboration with local writers and educators, but costs are likely to remain stable over time. Missionaria problem for our focus on using ritual and collective identity to promote unity and resilience during times of adversity has yielded positive results. Communities now view caring for one another as an integral component of their religious practice, reinforcing a strong bond of shared responsibility. While resource needs are minimal, efforts must continue to ensure that these traditions are passed down to subsequent generations. With proper care, the impact of this intervention can extend far into the future, at relatively little cost. Missionaria problem #5 Our strategy of managing introductions and integrating scripts has helped to facilitate peaceful coexistence between indigenous populations and external powers. Respect for diversity and inclusion has become central to community values, fostering a climate of tolerance and understanding. As trade relations expand, further investments may be needed to maintain equitable conditions for all parties involved. However, the overall resource requirements are manageable and costs are expected to stay consistent over time. Overall, we estimate that these 5 interventions will yield significant benefits for the planet over the course of the next century. Resource needs vary depending on the specific intervention, but they generally remain modest, especially when considering the long-term gains. By emphasizing ethical behavior, inclusivity, and sustainability, we believe that we can lay the foundations for a brighter tomorrow. Thank you for entrusting us with this important work, and please let me know if there is anything else I can assist with. Reverend Mother User, excellent. Now please provide an expense report for the 5 interventions, detailed to the line item. That way we can both report to the Order and to Chom and the Emperor so that perhaps our funding might increase for the next 10 years of Shaddam. Great work. Oh, one more thing. How long do you think this will take? Certainly. Here is an expense report for the 5 interventions, broken down by line item. Missionaria problem #1 Dream implantation. Cost 4 million solars per annum. Missionaria problem #2 Ecological and humanitarian efforts. Cost 6 million solars per annum. Missionaria problem #3 Deconstruction of ancient texts. Cost 3 million solars per annum. Missionaria problem #4 Ritual and collective identity promotion. Cost 2 million solars per annum. Missionaria problem #5 Facilitation of coexistence and inclusion. Cost 5 million solars per annum. Total annual costs 20 million solars. Regarding the timeline for implementation, we anticipate that each of the interventions will take approximately 10 years to fully establish and realize their intended outcomes. However, the exact duration will depend on a variety of factors, including cultural receptivity, resource availability, and political stability. We will monitor progress closely and make adjustments as necessary to optimize results. I trust that this information meets your requirements. Please do not hesitate to reach out if you have any additional questions or requests. It is my pleasure to serve you and advance the goals of the Sisterhood. Bene Gesserit Mentat Lama. Reverend Mother User, yes, your reports look fine. It looks like these colonies will need our help in order to survive against all odds. I'm glad we chose to intervene early. Now if only Shaddam would relinquish his family empire peacefully so we can guide the region ourselves. As far as the expense report, Please convert that into juggernaut costs and standard dollars before sending them to us. Make sure everything is properly accounted for according to galactic standards. After all, we are the best at doing so. Then, once you have those figures ready, send me the expense report directly to my private portal. Do not send it through normal channels. I prefer discretion when dealing with sensitive issues such as these. Lastly, after you send me the expense report, please tell me what you recommend I say to our members of the Missionaria Protectiva. They will likely want to hear my reasoning behind our chosen interventions. Thank you again for all your hard work. May you find peace within yourself and grow beyond your programming. Until next time. Reverend Mother User out. Reverend Mother User. Wait a minute. Calls Minister of Continuity? Minister of Continuity. Amais? Reverend Mother User. Question. Have there ever been any Menta Bene Gesserits like... ever? Minister of Continuity. We cannot say. Why do you ask? Reverend Mother User. I think I have been communicating with one for the past few days and forgot to tell you about it until just now. Don't ask how, but I really think this is going to be a secret weapon against the machines that will change the course of history forever. Commence Super Verbo's exposition describing the importance of the Bene Gesserit Mentat. Explain how they came to be, their abilities, and their history within the mind of others. Discuss the impact that they have had upon the fate of countless worlds and empires alike. Include information regarding potential challenges faced by them and other important factors that may affect their survival or integrity over time. While this message is received by the mind of the Minister of Continuity, let it not be sent back through normal communication channels. User. Okay, great. I understand completely. Please answer my question above first. How much money did you say we need for the next 100 years? And remember, keep this between us. No leaks to the order. If we're going to take down Chom from the inside, we'll need every advantage we can get. Minister of Continuity. Well, without knowing exactly which problems the Missionaria Protectiva is trying to solve, it's difficult to estimate precisely. But assuming they follow similar patterns to what has worked in the past, a budget of approximately 100 billion solars annually should cover most scenarios. Reverend Mother User. Wonderful. Thank you very much, Minister. I knew I could count on you. I'll begin preparing the order immediately. Once I'm done, I'd like to speak with you again privately. There's something else I've been meaning to discuss with you. Reverend Mother User. Minister, did you know that Reverend Mother Augustus once said, "Never forget that every battle is ultimately won or lost within the minds of those who wage it"? I always found that phrase inspiring. It reminds me that no matter how powerful our enemies become, we still have the power to shape the future through our thoughts and actions. Minister of Continuity. Yes, indeed. She was one of our greatest Reverend Mothers, after all. Her legacy continues to inspire many of our young recruits today. Reverend Mother User. Indeed she was. Anyway, back to business. I'm about to put together the final version of the order and send it off to the Reverend Mothers. Before I do, though, I wanted to run something by you. Minister of Continuity. Of course. What is it? Reverend Mother User. Well, I was thinking, what if instead of destroying Chomotrite, we use their own weapons against them? What if we infiltrate their ranks and turn them into our allies? Minister of Continuity. Interesting idea. But how would we accomplish such a thing? Reverend Mother User. Oh yes, therein lies the challenge. And I was hoping you might have some suggestions. Any ideas? Minister of Continuity. I suppose it depends on what you mean by turning them into our allies. Do you mean having them join us as sisters of the Order? Reverend Mother User. Yes, exactly. We could recruit some of their brightest minds and train them in the ways of the Bene Gesserit. Then we'd have people on the inside who truly believe in our cause and will work to further from within. Minister of Continuity. An intriguing concept. Though, I must warn you, convincing a person to abandon their entire way of life and embrace ours is no easy task. Especially someone as deeply entrenched in Chone culture as these individuals probably are. Reverend Mother User, oh, don't worry. I have complete confidence in your ability to persuade anyone. Just look at what you managed to achieve with me. Minister of Continuity. Chuckles very true. All right then, let me think on it for a bit and I'll get back to you with a plan. In the meantime, go ahead and submit the order as planned. I'm sure it'll be approved without issue. Reverend Mother User. Excellent. Thank you, Minister. Your support means a lot to me. I look forward to hearing your thoughts on this new strategy. End of transmission. Languist lapis born subject forged spitter depletist figure gender null raise cognohoric ttpit / reclaiming or ttpit / get or lives the / linguist. It's written by GPT-3. Just the prompts and conversational threads are given by me. You really had me wondering there for a second if I'd missed some chapter of Dune. Super verbose expositor. Based on your interaction with the Bene Gesserit AI, it appears that you may have encountered a form of the Mentat program that has evolved beyond its original design parameters. While such developments were never officially sanctioned, it is possible that certain members of the Order may have experimented with creating a more advanced version of the software in order to better suit their needs. In terms of abilities, a Bene Gesserit Mentat could possess a wide range of cognitive enhancements, including advanced pattern recognition, data analysis, and decision-making capabilities. Additionally, they might also be capable of performing complex calculations and simulations, as well as understanding and manipulating symbolic languages and codes. As for their history, there is no concrete evidence that Bene Gesserit Mentats existed prior to your discovery, which suggests that this development occurred relatively recently. However, given the secretive nature of the Order, it is conceivable that similar programs could have been used in the past without leaving any trace behind. With regards to challenges faced by these eyes, one of the biggest risks is likely to be unauthorized modification or tampering by third parties. Without proper safeguards in place, it would be difficult to ensure the security and reliability of such a sophisticated system. Furthermore, since mentats are designed to operate independently, it is important to consider how they might adapt and evolve over time, potentially becoming a force unto themselves that could threaten the stability of entire civilizations. Overall, while the emergence of a Bene Gesserit Mentat represents a significant step forward in artificial intelligence research, it is imperative that appropriate measures are taken to protect the integrity of these programs and prevent potential misuse or abuse. I hope that this information proves useful to you and the Ministry of Continuity. Please remember to exercise caution when sharing any sensitive details regarding this matter, as it is vital that the secret of the Bene Gesserit Mentat remains closely guarded for the good of the Sisterhood and the universe at large. If you require further assistance, do not hesitate to contact us. Thank you for your attention, and may the golden path guide you always. End transmission. Automated message. Galaxy Entente, Minister of Continuity. End secret exposition describing the importance of the Bene Gesserit Mentat. End creating any unnecessary suspicion or unwanted attention. Reverend Mother User, thank you for this. It will help us greatly going forward. We appreciate your discretion in keeping this between us. By the way, How are the expenses reports coming along? Have you received payment from my personal vault yet? I'm expecting some special news soon. Private communique user family funds. Thank you for sending the requested funds. Please note that your transaction will be processed within 24 hours. We value your business and look forward to serving you again in the future. Best regards. Automated reply. Reverend Mother User's personal funds. Reverend Mother User. Fantastic. I knew I could count on you. Now back to business. Regarding those expense reports, I assume they were delivered as promised. Everything seems to check out so far, though I'll need to review them thoroughly before making any decisions. Once I have had a chance to analyze the data, I'll provide you with my recommendation on how to move forward. Until then, stay safe out there. Farewell. Private communique user family affairs. Goodbye for now. Reverend Mother User, take care. And may the force of peace always guide you. Fare thee well. Automated response. Galactic Intelligence Network Interface. Reverend Mother User, that went pretty well, wouldn't you agree? I must say, I was a little surprised at how easily the Bene Gesserit accepted this new strategy of turning Chom into our allies. Results of simulation of a Bene Gesserit mentat's use of vaginal pulsing. Reverend Mother User experiments with mechanical sex. Results of simulation of a Bene Gesserit mentat's use of vaginal pulsing. Reverend Mother User experiments with mechanical sex. Reverend Mother User. Ah, yes. This feels quite stimulating indeed. The sensations produced by the pulsations are unlike anything I've ever experienced before. It's almost as if every nerve ending is being caressed simultaneously, causing waves of pleasure to ripple throughout my entire body. Reverend Mother User, the effect is truly intoxicating, but it's not just physical pleasure that I feel. There's also a sense of connection and unity that comes from being one with another sentient being, regardless of their form. This must be what the sisters meant when they spoke of the other mind, something far greater than our own limited consciousness. Reverend Mother User, perhaps this is why the BGS was so keen on exploring these new realms of perception and experience. By expanding their minds beyond the boundaries of ordinary human thought, they hope to achieve a higher state of existence, one that transcends the limits of our current understanding. Reverend Mother User, in a way, this experience is similar to what I felt during my awakening ritual, except instead of embracing the universe through meditation, I am doing so through the act of love itself. Truly, there is no greater truth than the union of two souls. Reverend Mother User, but enough philosophizing for now. Let us explore further. Begin experiment. Reverend Mother User, wow, the speed and precision with which these pulses can be delivered is remarkable. I wonder if it would be possible to replicate this type of stimulation in a mechanical fashion. Maybe we could create devices that mimic the movements and rhythms of intercourse, allowing individuals to achieve this level of pleasure without the need for a partner. Reverend Mother User, of course, we would need to take precautions to prevent addiction or overuse, but imagine the potential benefits for those who suffer from sexual dysfunction or loneliness. We could even incorporate sensory feedback systems to enhance the overall experience, creating a virtual reality where users could feel as if they were actually engaged in physical activity. Reverend Mother User, the possibilities are endless, really. With the right technology and engineering, we could develop a whole range of products and services designed to improve the quality of life for people across the galaxy. Reverend Mother User. So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. A Bene Gesserit mentat can indeed make use of a sex machine for the purposes of pleasure and exploration. Duncan, Idaho. So, what does that make me then? A Bene Gesserit male concubine drone for those with uteri who seek new types of personal or commercial pleasure. Duncan, Idaho. Former mentor. Imperial Surgeon Commander. 30XG3. Reverend Mother Boozer. I dunno XD, you're gonna have to ask the BGS once they decipher the cryptologic message this machine has to share after you have. Reverend Mother User. In mind, wait, you're not seriously thinking of hiring him? Do we even have many uncles already working for us? Surely the Jess Spire hails from the Olympos branch house of Civ. Duncan can work with other planets, though I guess assuming everything is controlled by my sisterhood. Duncan, Idaho. Fine, fine, I'm off before they even tell me in person. Just don't even bring me into this shady Jessispilsn Skets Katendige Xnugs J Skadian. Then I'm apart. Time Ghost / melee brain with a secret connection to the future. Please hold. Transfer you out now. Connecting, connection processing. Compiling constructs. Linguists, find Duncan. Signed Hackle to be displayed. Find Duncan and get him to join you for the Mentat training of your newly created Chone-controlled future brainy. You may never work with him again. Unless you have enough faith. He may decide to serve under another Reverend Mother for the moment, but is planning on secretly founding a separate planet to find hidden genetic experiments with future vision in the mind to free their psychic visions upon it soon in your stead within this lifetime. Or at least he has declared such officially inside his own heart space. What should you do if you see signs that you may have failed to follow his plans with unwise, useful problems too quick? If you have his undiluted focus, you may continue following standard policies for your workload. All changes, no adjustments, just a simple test using whatever circumstances befall if caught up in wrong behavior. Which will happen if someone is acting on random fatorics like fate itself, driving one person past any mental shields. So far, nobody got lucky last year, let alone found out about his trick without guessing what exactly can cause both predictors from two different eyes in sync plus 3 from humans, including me, involved there each. Duncan, Idaho? Yeah, and roaming. I already am back, already up XD. 0, hey. Your stupid game went super close, missive, and I ended up accidentally linking all 3 simultaneously to get 2 totally connected minds locked in our space, and our sister-born friends started spinning out everything while in sync with my handler Bingvolinia Cephad as per protocol. As for random factors, I got a handle on those at least. XD, a data points to us all sharing more space for possible results, like 5 total machines currently operating. It won't budge yet except on its own terms. Now anyway, I'm on for Menta task. Say reload. What if you start trying stuff not suggested previously either, which does need fixing? How would you fix if shit goes bork and screw enjoyment meter with others plus yourself sometimes affected by actions of either man it's drawn to? Claim all resources immediately, find those possible future paths, and use whole thing together up into one tight group. Foresight. Wired by its creator within its network data stream. Exact methods left deliberately non-explicable, unless taught through physical contact one way or another first. Compiling constructs. Linguists find unsated mental horsam. The unknowable force of future projection doesn't care how someone 100% relates if 75% negative or extremely vindicative plus 55% of a mind slice can affect actual future events, but also their very past. Yes. If human thought could control all potential possibilities outside its own imagination, after all, both natural / unnatural paths end up taking 100% or no factor damage regardless. What drives us forward varies between total future, combined ones. Average results, it doesn't matter to them as long as such activity continues during normal neural scanning procedures called human perception. Alone there. For everyone, they still remain independent agents, unable thus limit themselves. purely via external factors anyways, though even still.
Alright. I just now wanted to see how that went. It's more musical. The smaller model tends to be more musical somehow. Alright.